Hey, so what's going on? I wanted to make a quick little video showing my PSP UMD movie collection. Now, how I got all these is a few years back, there was an ad on Craigslist. I was looking for PSP movies, and the ad was just a picture of the Colin Farrell movie SWAT, and it said like, oh, PSP movies for sale. So that's not a very good ad, but then when you click on it, it was like, oh, hundreds for sale, most all new and sealed. So I contacted the guy, and he had like 8 boxes full, and he wanted $400. I talked him down to $180, and when I say he had good stuff, I am not exaggerating. Half of the stuff was imports, and talking to him, he said that when he bought all of them, he thought that they were DVDs, and he was disappointed. And most of them were... about half of them were new and sealed. Unfortunately, I had to sell off a bunch. I needed to make the money back, but I did keep a lot of cool ones. We got some loose ones right here, nothing too special. Old Boy, that's pretty cool. Batman, Terminator, Kill Bill. These are the ones still sealed. I haven't opened yet. Some good ones. Heck yeah. Hitch is like the most common movie on any platform. Ali G is awesome, but it's really common as well. Then we got some more here. Billy Madison, gotta love Billy Madison. By far my favorite Adam Sandler comedy. Happy Gilmore, he's pretty cool. We got some horror over here. This is a really cool one in the collection, Halloween. UPC is missing, unfortunately. Evil Dead, this is really awesome too. There you go. Alien, Hostel, Shaun of the Dead, Red Eye. Eli Roth was on a roll with, Cabin Fever and then Hostel, and then he kind of didn't really live up to his first 2 movies after that. We got more over here. Punisher, Barbershop, Super Troopers, Blood the Last Vampire. This one seems pretty hard to find. Pineapple Express, Walk Hard. There's a very funny scene in that movie where Dewey Cox is playing guitar and he's all angry. And Tim Meadows goes, What's this loud music? You sound like some kind of punk. And it insinuates that Dewey Cox invented punk music. It was a very subtle joke. Somewhat subtle. I liked it. Nightmare Before Christmas. That's a good one. Total Recall, of course. Escape from New York. These are more of the action movies here. Die Hard. 8 Mile, Open Water. Rundown. Now, The Rock is actually in some pretty good movies. This is good. I like the remake of Walking Tall. Like, it's kind of like by the numbers, but it's still entertaining. Never watched Girl Next Door. I want to watch that at some point. Final Fantasy, The Spirits Within. I like that when it first came out. I don't know if it still holds up or not. We got some Saturday Night Live ones. Michael Myers, Chris Farley, Will Ferrell. Michael Myers might be the best SNL cast member. Not really sure, but he might be. Boys in the Hood, Bill and Ted. More. Here's just some random ones that I didn't have enough room to fully display on the table. Scarface, Super Troopers. Yeah. We got Rocky Balboa. It's a shame I don't have the other Rocky movies. Just kidding, I do. But these ones are all Region 2 right here. So we got Rocky, Rocky 2, Rocky 3, Rocky 4. RoboCop, that's Region 1. But these are Region 2 also. This one might be all regions. Yeah, all regions. Region 2. All regions. Then there's ones like this that are Region 1, but they'll play in any. Most people have hacked PSP. I do have a regular PSP Slim that is hacked, but it's broken. And that's what I was watching all my PSP movies on. It doesn't have the back cover because like the latch is broken. So this battery is dead, and it also always pops out. So even plugged in, this will work for 5 minutes and then shut itself off. It's very annoying. And then I have the Japanese PSP, which will play the Region 2 UMDs, but it won't play the Region 1. So, unfortunately, I can only watch a small portion of these UMDs at the moment until I get myself a new PSP. So doing this outside because like I don't want to be lying on the floor with these. We have the table, which is a convenient height to show them off. So I was talking to a guy and he's like, oh, why don't you just download those on your phone? It's not the same thing. I like owning them. And my phone sucks and I wouldn't be able to hold very many movies anyways, but I like owning them. Almost skipped past these without really talking about them. Assault on Precinct 13 is a good early John Carpenter movie, but it's not as good as, say, Halloween. Cannibal the Musical is fantastic. Trey Parker made it when he was in college. And even though he's done great stuff throughout his career, I still prefer this like low budget, silly thing that he did. It's fantastic. The Goonies, one of my favorite movies of all time. As a kid, it was my favorite movie. I made a bet with my friend that I could recite every line, but my trick I was going to do if he called me out on it was I would just say the lines after they had already spoken them. Even if I did that, I still would have lost because it is hard to understand what they're saying at certain points. Here's some more. This one's pretty rare right here. I got 5 on it. Of all the PSP movies that I sold, the rarest one I had was called Casey the Coed. And it was like this weird borderline like softcore porn. And PSP really doesn't have many of those. That might be like the only one. So yeah, it's just weird that it's on the system. I think I got like $80 for it or so. We got some music ones over here. Nirvana, Nevermind. Don't want to show that one off. The Nirvana baby might sue me. Pink Floyd, Bob Marley. We got 2 Bob Marleys. This one right here was never listened to. That's a pretty cool one. Foo Fighters. Green Day. I don't really like Green Day. I don't want to get into why. If you like them, that's fine. I just don't. I definitely don't like Puddle of Mud. But I have the UMD. Now the Silent Hill experience is like an interactive game, so it's like you kind of just like watch like a comic book, and there's like they're not even like mini games, you just kind of interact a little bit. Big Silent Hill fan, so that's definitely cool to own. This is a game, obviously, Castlevania Dracula X Chronicles, which has the game that was on Blood. Yeah, Rondo of Blood, which was for the TurboGrafx 16. And it has a port of Castlevania Symphony of the Night. I'm pretty sure you have to beat the game, though. I did beat it, and I did unlock this. But it's weird they show it on the back of the game, but like it's not even available unless you beat this one first. I do prefer Symphony of the Night, the Metroidvania style games, more than the old school. But Rondo of Blood is good. And if you were to ask me, what are your coolest PSP movies that you own, I would say that it's a tie between these two. Now, these are both Region 2, so very hard to find in the United States. Straw Dogs and Reservoir Dogs. I like movies with dogs in the title. Well, I stand corrected. I guess these are all Region. But came out, you know, overseas. Got some more games over here. Tactics Ogre and Final Fantasy Tactics. I used to love tactic games like this, but after playing games like Fire Emblem and Disgaea, these are just a little bit too primitive, so it's not really my thing anymore. I also don't like how your characters look like the enemies, so it's kind of hard to even know who's like on your team or not. Final Fantasy Tactics, new and sealed. Bought it for $4.98 at Target. It is the greatest hits, but it's cool to have it new. I used to buy clearance games at Target all the time, and it has paid off well. Like I had the Smash Brothers game for GameCube. I bought like 15 of them, and just like twice a year I would take one out and put it on eBay. They were like $15, and at first I was getting like 50 for them, and then 6 months later it'd be like 60, and then it kept going up and up and up until I was getting like $120. I do wish I kept some though, because now they're worth like $1,000. It's crazy. And I have this one. I'm gonna end on a DS game, kind of random, but $14.99. But Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon for DS. It's still new and sealed. So Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed looking at my PSP movies and a few games and a DS game. Like and subscribe if you want. I'll see you soon. Toodaloo!